Alright. What's up, everybody, and welcome back. We've got ourselves a qualifying match for the $42,000 Masters Coliseum. In the bottom right, we've got REYNOR doing a 15 hatchery, 15 pull, gets himself a nice fast hatchery up. And SHOWTIME, who went for a early scout after Pylon, was not able to block the hatchery in time. So he's just able to harass the minerals here. A good opening choice for REYNOR, as he knows SHOWTIME likes to block that expansion. Now, REYNOR has a very good win rate. He almost always gets close to losing versus SHOWTIME, but he usually comes out on top of the series, often in really clutch, close, back and forth games. Or sometimes SHOWTIME does makes, just doesn't quite have the ability to finish it out. And it's this weird thing where I feel like SHOWTIME gets in a position against REYNOR where he would beat almost any other Zerg, and REYNOR just wriggles out of trouble. He finds a way to just micro his way out of harm's way, how to base trade, how to counterattack, how to catch his opponent off guard. I think, of course, of the game where SHOWTIME was beating him, I think it was the regionals, and then the Vipers and Infestors landed Blinding Clouds, Fungals, and Neurals over his whole army, and REYNOR just annihilated them with a mixture of Ultras and Spellcasters. A fight which, SHOWTIME had Storm and Feedback, never should have happened, but one mistake, REYNOR catches him out. He's a mixture of REYNOR's killer instinct and SHOWTIME sometimes just letting REYNOR get away with some naughty moves has cost him some series. Obviously, forgetting about the base on Hard Lead, a very famous recent game where people were screaming, "God, SHOWTIME, why aren't you taking that base?" And he just forgot it was there. No doubt a frustrating experience for him. I think SHOWTIME is a beast, though. I really do. I think he's so solid. I just think if there's one thing where he's got a weak spot, it's the ability to leverage advantage to kill his opponent. He's not that great at finishing his opponent off. And you combine that with a guy like REYNOR, who's so good at not dying and making recoveries, and it creates a kind of fun dynamic where SHOWTIME will be able to get ahead. He'll always win a few games in a series, but will he actually beat REYNOR? Well, it's hard. Best of 3 might actually favor SHOWTIME a bit more than best of 5. Only needs to win 2 games, doesn't need to win the 3. Less chances for REYNOR to get back in it. Yeah, the 6s and the 9s have weird circles in them, guys. Sorry, I don't know why this font on the counter is so gross. I thought it was a scratch on my monitor as well. Alright, what do we got? Gate, gas, bloody oracles on the way. These adepts dancing around right here. Nice creep tumor snipe for SHOWTIME. So far he hasn't killed much of actual direct resource value, but obviously 6 minerals for each extractor trick, 1 creep tumor snipe went down. It only shows up in that units lost tab, of course, after the structure's finished building. 3rd Nexus came down very early here, guys. That was like a 3-minute 30 Nexus. 2nd gate's on the way. 1st Oracle coming out. Link speed's only just started, so REYNOR is doing a kind of gasless 5 into 7 Queen, 15-15. I like this opening. I think it's a really cool opening. You just rely on Queens really heavy. Gives you enough anti-Oracle defense. It also gives you enough, droning because you're skipping the link speed and saving that gas. Oracle's going to come in. Going to dive on that base. The drone is hiding behind the spore, especially with the queens on the high ground. And queens in the natural. Rock solid. SHOWTIME also has an oracle sitting at home, does he? No. 2 oracles join up on the front. The oracle... Man, look at the ring of vision. REYNOR is perfect. He's got overlords everywhere. You can't surprise him. You cannot surprise REYNOR. Can you catch him out of position? No. He's going to just dive. No, not worth it. And I feel like if I was SHOWTIME here, I'd split the oracles up and just start attacking different areas. REYNOR's monitoring everything you're doing so well. Forge and Twilight Council both finishing up pretty early. We will be seeing a 3rd and no doubt a 4th gateway in the near future as well. Charge and +1 on the way for SHOWTIME. I like this choice. I think if you can get away with this in game 1, it's a good choice. You probably don't want to do it in game 2, though. And hopefully REYNOR doesn't realize. So if you could warp in some Stalkers, that would be great. I think Zealots is okay because it's clearly reactive to the fact that there are Zerglings, but the fact that there's Sentries and now Zealots, REYNOR might already be able to realize what's up, and if he does, he could go Knight of Swarmhost to counter this play. The lack of blink means you can't really shut down the Nidus Worms. Nine Zerglings for 3 Adepts. Great trading so far for Showtime. Sorry, for REYNOR. We've got a bunch of gateways coming up. Robo, Templar Archives. What does REYNOR do when this lair finishes? That's my big question. This is going to tell us a lot about what's happening in this game. Lair finishes. And REYNOR, does he just mass roaches? Oracle's going to dive his mineral line. He does lose 2 workers, not too bad. He's handled this really well. His 4th base is up. He's droning hard. I'd expect Roach Speed and a Baneling Nest pretty soon if he's going to play the standard style. Infestation Pit, Roach Speed, and Baneling Nest. Okay. Spore Crawler goes down in that base. He pulls his drones back, realizing he can't defend that 4th mineral line. Overseer scouting. He knows it's a charge lot style now. He needs to try and stop that 4th base getting down, which so far he's doing a great job of. Showtime's +1 attack about to finish. I would love to see Showtime go directly into +2. A couple of Archons are making it home. The Oracles still haven't really done any damage. Only 2 drones going down. Good pickups to save those gateway units. Gotta be careful. Any unit that strays from the pack will be easy pickings for those Zerglings. Base has a cannon and a battery, which should be able to defend any Zergling run by. Oracle dives in, gets 3 workers. Oh, they're just chilling though. But here we go. Queens have to pull to the front. Zealot Archon is there. 10 roaches are out, 10 more building. Zealot Archon is a very scary force. That's a lot of Zealots. It's 19 Zealots right here for Showtime. Those Zealots are going to run in there, see if we can do something. Oracles have to pull back. Stasis traps could be big, but look at that. Single Zergling sets off the first one. The Zealot Archon trying to do what it can, but the Roach Queen Ball, very powerful. 4th base will be able to be sniped. Has Showtime overcommitted? Oh, I really love his micro so far. And he's going to try and recall some of these Zealots, trade out a few others. Killing a 4th is nice, did kill some Zerglings. REYNOR has a 5th on the way, 4th base starts to rebuild. But Storm coming in, lots of High Templar gathering energy behind this. And as his Immortals come out, he will be a bit more well-rounded. Hive and Spire are on the way. Hive's already almost finished, so Broodlords is the natural transition for REYNOR. But no 4th base for Showtime. So he did good damage, but does it really matter if you've been on 3 base the whole time? That is the question. And I would say, well, you're getting a good army up. But is it a great army? Will it be able to deal with REYNOR when he gets Broodlords? I don't think so. I do like the second Robo, 4th Nexus, both on the way now. A lot of roaches here. 27 roaches, 40 Zerglings, 3 Vipers, Adrenal Glands, +2 melee about to finish. Should see those Banelings morph soon. Revelation just wore off. No Banelings morphing just yet. Roaches run north. They clean up a couple of Zealots. Make it 3. Oh, Zealots are really bad against a Roach Ball. Zergling's trying to get in the natural. Oracles are there to defend. Battery goes down. Oracle's wasting energy though. Baneling's morphing on the front line. Mass Roachling, Bane aggression. Zealot drop gets in the backside. Vipers are there. Abduct into the Spore Crawler could be big, or just Parasitic Bomb. That'll get it done. 120 damage per Parasitic Bomb. He abducts as well. Didn't need that, as it was already below 100 life when he Parasitic Bombed. Oracle's coming forward. There are Banelings here. Psystorms could be game-changing. REYNOR doesn't want to let him get all that static D up. These High Templar are a little crowded right now, though. Good Storm to start. Tickles a few of those Banelings. Doesn't really kill any of them, but does soften them up. The Archons and Immortals trying to do what they can. No 5th base will be getting up this game. Not for a while for Showtime. And that Greatest Buyer is halfway done. That being said, oh, look at that. If you get back to a battery, that Oracle can survive. It has to fly straight there. And it does. There was a battery there, actually. I thought he had to get to the mineral line. Blink is starting, as well as +1 armor. Armor upgrade's very important to survive against Broodlords. There's no Corruptors building just yet. So I definitely think REYNOR is taking a bit too long to get to those Broodlords. He needs to make Corruptors. Protoss is close to maxed out. As good as he's trading more efficiently than the Protoss by picking off so many Zealots. How long can he keep that up? If push comes to shove, Banelings fighting Archons and Storm is not going to be efficient. Roaches, Lings, and Banes marching forward right now. Files landing on the force fields. Archon Immortal Zealot trying to jump on top. Reynor, oh, nice roll into those Zealots. Clears the front line, falls back. 7 Corruptors finally building. He's trying to find room to get into Broods. Is it going to be enough? If you can get up a Plasma Shield upgrade and maybe a +2 armor as Showtime, I actually think you'll beat the Broodlords with Stalker, Storm, Archon Immortal. That being said, Reynor has shown some very impressive Broodlord micro in the past. So that might be me getting ahead of myself a little bit. Roach Baneling flanking. 5th base is going to go down there for Showtime by the looks of it. But of course, Showtime splits his army and actually defends his 5th base while destroying the 5th base of Reynor. Zealot Runby comes in and actually see the Broodlords. Ooh, that's really important for Showtime to find out about. 7 Broodlords will be up, but it's a 4-base Zerg against a 5-base Protoss. Normally very good for the Protoss player. It's only 1 Stargate right now. Part of me wonders if he should build a Void Ray or 2 just to help focus down the Broods. 2nd and 3rd Stargate are in the way. Tempest's often very good for picking them off. Ooh, double Parasitic Bomb, nicely done. That's going to be 2 dead Oracles, I'm pretty sure. Or is it? Oh, he saves them. Oh, nicely done. Batteries for the win. Parasitic Bomb takes a second to start dealing damage, and then it takes another 7 seconds to deal 120 damage. Ooh, Prism in the back door. Big army comes in to deny the 5th once again. Showtime's doing a good job at denying bases. That's a kill. Prism in the bottom. Going to go past into the main. Remember what I said? Plasma shields and +2 melee armor. Going to make your Stalkers pretty strong against Zerglings and Broodlings, but those Broodlings on the top pushing him back. They get an Archon. Nice catch. Stalker's blinking forward. Oh, Stalker Storm! Oh my god, Reynor caught out! Reynor not watching there for a moment. He does lose at least 1 Broodlord. A little slow. Yeah, 2 Broodlords do go down. Nice transfuses though. Gets in there to save the day. Prism does get deflected from the main. Nice abduct. So I like that. Gets 2 Archons and an Immortal. The Archon on the front though does get a big Storm to at least blanket the Zergling Baneling. Showtime's got to pull back on this north side, man. He should not be losing too many units out here. The Broodlords wisely turn around, and Reynor has to get those out of there right now. It's okay to trade a bit worse than Reynor in this position, because Reynor is now just kind of barely hanging on to 5 bases. Showtime's taking a 6th. Showtime has a bit more money potentially available, but ideally you'd get a bit more going on first and foremost. +2 armor, +1 plasma shields about to finish. I think Showtime's done a good job, but as he goes into Tempest, I worry that those Corruptors are going to ruin his day. Six more gateways are on the way right now. We're on 10 gates with 6 more building, +2 flyer weapons, +1 plasma shield, +2 armors on the way, +3 ground armor making. Extra Nexus on the left side. We've got High Templar, Immortal Archon doing what they can. Broodlord's moving north right now. Zergling's up there. We've got some cannon battery. So many bases being taken by Showtime, but he's presenting 2 very extreme targets on the fringes. And wherever the Broodlords hit, they will be able to punch through, which is going to prompt Showtime to counterattack on the south. And that is very predictable. Reynor now with Infestors as well. Oh, he's just destroying this army in the north. That is a massive smash. Reynor destroys that army. If he can defend the army in the south, like I said, it's a predictable maneuver. Lightning Cloud's good. Immortal's also very good, clearing the Spine Crawlers with ease. Luckily, Showtime had a lot of money. He's also got Tempest, so he's doing okay right now. He's got to kill that extra Spine. I do like the Storms and the Mineral Lions. It doesn't kill that many drones. They were kind of blanketing on top of each other. And oh my god, these last fights. Guys, remember Showtime was ahead in the resources lost? Yeah, say goodbye to that. He's now 4,000 resources behind. Reynor's digging in his heels and refusing to make this easy for Showtime. Roach Ravager Zergling fighting back. He's got a handful of Broodlords, a couple Vipers, a single Infestor. Other than that is a bunch of pleb units. It's Roaches, Lings, and Banes. Units that are meant to suck. But when you put them in Reynor's hands, they don't suck. they suddenly become Raynors, Roaches, Zerglings, and Banelings, and they have an entirely different quality. Now, he's killed all 5 Immortals, so guess what? He realizes your army sucks against Ultras now, swaps into 5 Ultras. He's got +2 air attack, +2 air armor as well. I think Reynor, with this Ultra swap, may just straight up win the game. As long as he has enough Overseers to just jump on and kill the High Templar, Broodlords will probably finish everything else off. And with no Immortals in production, Showtime's army is not prepared for this. He has a giant income, 94 probes. Man needs to build even more cannons and batteries, and he's trying to do that. Notice he's building pylons out here. He wants to build cannons and batteries everywhere. I think he needs them out here as well. His top base might go down though. Bit of Archons there, few Stalkers, bit of Psystorm. Psystorm could be big on the Banelings and Roaches. Showtime, well, he's used both of his Psystorms, unfortunately. Thanks to the subs, guys. 25 minutes on the timer. Jack back there. Usually at work and lurking, but always glad to be here when I can. Thank you, mate. Tempest coming forward for a little bit of a siege in the north. Ultra Baneling's going to roll in. Ooh, goodbye Mineral Line. Going to take quite a few probe losses. I think that's probably good for Showtime right now. His work account was a bit too high. I think losing 14 probes is not too bad. I do think Stalkers is a bit of a questionable decision. And his micro is definitely a little derpy there. Archon micro is good though. He does start cleaning up those Ultras, and I guess that's what Stalkers are really good for, right? It's chasing Ultras down. They're very good at that. You can tell he wants to get that kill. But you don't want to chase into Zergling Spinecrawler. Those units will wreck you, especially once more Infestors are out. 12 Broods on the field. Oracle's going to tag them. Tectonic Destabilizers, plus 40 damage to structures, is not being finished upgrading just yet. Oh, Viper for an Archon. Good trade for Showtime, I'd say. I'd say any trade that is close to even is probably good for Showtime, but looking at the banks, maybe that's not the case anymore. Two air upgrades about to finish for Reynor. Bring up to 24 damage per Broodlord strike. Free armor. Tempest are at this point doing 62 damage a shot versus the Broodlords. It's just going to take 4 Tempest shots to take them down. Fungals. Oh, pretty juicy Fungals here. Another Fungal trying to stop these Archons from getting home. Observer gets Chain Fungal down as well. Oh, Infestor does go down there. Looks like a few units dying on both sides. Tempest still picking away on this left side. This hatchery really struggling to mine for Reynor. It's going to go down. More Parasites on the way. That's the big playmaker. Oh, almost got a Viper. Nice transfuses, but he loses 2 Broodlords. Warcrawler goes down. If you can clear this creep, that'll be big. But notice Reynor's got these little outposts. Reynor at this point has created little creepy schlongs around the edges of the map. It's going to be hard to clean all of that up. One Viper, 6 Infestors out, 3 more building. Man's looking for a mass neural victory condition. 3 Immortals are now out on the map. A decent force against the Ultras. Ultras, oh, Oracle comes a bit far forward, flies into the spores and dies. Tempest's pretty good at getting value. You're going to notice by clearing the spores, they get a lot of value. Just keep in mind it's mostly minerals dying for Reynor, whereas Showtime is still losing a few more gas units. And that's a great trade. He gets himself a couple Corruptors. Yeah, he'll take it. Archon's running forward randomly. Seems like he doesn't care too much about losing those Archons. One of them does go down, one survives. Parasite gets an Immortal and an Archon. Another Archon gets popped here. Great catch there for Reynor. Just taking any fight he can. Fungals on top of these units. Mothership throws a Time Warp, and Reynor is forced back. Another Archon does get picked off there, but Tempest taking out Broodlords and Corruptors each time this happens. Having enough Tempest to one-shot Corruptors and Broodlords is huge. The Immortal Stalker coming forward. Showtime is chasing him down. If you can get rid of those Infestors, that'd be massive. The Spines anchoring the position help out. Showtime is denying these 2 central bases that Reynor is going to need to mine out if this game goes long enough. 17 Zealots come in with 3-3-2 upgrades. Air with 3-1. Plus 3 shields and plus 1 air armor is about to finish. But look at that. The drone's hiding behind the mineral line. I love that move. There's only 1 observer on this map. There's only 1 oracle on this map. Showtime will need to build another oracle Probably another observer at some point. I like that he's clearing the creep up. Finally, that creepy schlong in the bottom left side of the map is going down. Stalker, Zealot, Immortal in the north. We've got the Infestors and the Zergans there, plus 2 air armor. Showtime's so good at remembering those upgrades, dude.
Thanks for the Bezos box.
Hey, Coach, thanks for the 13 month resub. Thanks so much for the support, gang. Keeping the subathon alive here. 4 hours? 5 hours from our first 24 hours now. Dot is in chat trying to convince people not to sub while refusing to go to sleep because she thinks the stream might end. I'm like, just go to sleep, Dot. Any excuse to ruin her sleep schedule, what can I say? Showtime versus Reynor is always a banger, guys. 3-3 is about to finish for the air for Reynor. 10 Corruptors, 8 Broods, 4 Ultras, 9 Infestors, 2 Vipers. He really just wants the big catch, but I love the fact that Showtime's trying to build forward static. He's got to get the Tempest out of there, though. He's got to get the Tempest out of here. Focus down the Ultras. He's got to be real careful. Losing the base is not as bad as losing his army. I love the counterattack in the north. Correct move for Showtime. He pulls back on the south and just chips away at what he can safely, picks off a few Ultras, and pushes in the north and takes out that base. Yes, he loses control of this base, but that's okay. Few Zealots warping in on the defense. That is a slow warp in, though. A bit awkward. Storm on the Corruptors will do its business. The army comes back in the north as well. And once again, Units Lost Tab is close to even, but if Showtime manages to take this base and mine it and keeps denying these 2 middle bases of Reynor, it's a foregone conclusion. Oh, the storms! Oh, big storms. Nice. Jacob gets in. Holy shit. Guys. Chodus Erectus right now. We just went from Homo Erectus, a man that gets erect when he sees homos, to Chodus Erectus. We just literally became twice as girthy as we are long, thanks to Jacob's absolutely massive 50 gifted subs, putting time on the clock, gifting subs to all the friggin' noobs out there, getting them in the pigsty and saying, oi dickheads, get in the pigsty, watch some video games, let's keep the subathon alive. Thank you, Jacob, for the massive support. Massive addition to the timer all in one go. Corruptors come forward. Not a single Tempest has gone down yet, guys. Oh, feedbacks would be huge here, as would Storms, but not quite in range at all. Showtime. Oh no, he's going to lose all 3 High Templar there, I believe. Oh, looks like 1 barely gets out of there. Tempests do pick off a Broodlord. They get another Broodlord. Oh, I love the way he picks off these Broods from afar, man. The Broodlord count's getting wrecked. He's out of Storm energy right now, though, so he's got to be real careful. The Observer's doing too much, though. He does get himself fungled. That's a big mistake. Oh, he's going to get caught by fungal. No Storm. Bunch of Tempests will fall. In the north, big engage. Oh, Mass Neural! Mass Neural! Oh, Reynor shoves his tentacle into 6 of Showtime's orifices simultaneously. Funnily enough, as that breaks out, there's not enough units to actually finish it off. Can Reynor even take this out? His Broodlords flew into the cannons? Oh no! He was so busy chasing the army that he actually flew into the cannons. Showtime keeps the bottom base alive. Showtime still has 76 probes up right now. This is absolutely insane, man. Stalkers, Immortals, Archons, and Mothership moving in as I speak. Broodlord there, getting sniped down by the Stalkers. We've got Stalker, Archon, Immortal, Mothership hanging out in the north. Zergling's going down. Nice mural on the Archon. Another. Oh, the Corrupted Snipe on the Mama. Dude, these murals and fungals are pretty slick. The Stalker's trying to micro this out, though. Reynor's out of bank. Reynor's out of bank. Showtime realized if he can just take out these expensive units, it's going to be very hard for Reynor to replace these. Ultra's getting taken out. And, dude, I think Showtime might just have broken him. This has been a flawless macro game. Showtime takes map 1 in immaculate fashion. Ooh, okay, guys. Going into the next game, we've got Showtime in the bottom right side. And he is actually going to be sending out a pylon very early. It wasn't at the very start of the game, but I think he is trying to get there in time to block a 15 hatchery. And I don't think he sent it early enough to pull this off. Yeah, I think he wasn't expecting Reynor to go 15 hatch, 15 pull 2 games in a row. So Reynor should be able to get this hatchery started at 38 seconds. Right on time. 37, actually. Wow, that was crisp. And Showtime once again If you want to get there, you need to send your probe across at the very start of the game, the very first thing. Oh, chat's already pointed out, Showtime on hard lead. Definitely not going to forget about this base next time. Doing some good harassment. By the way, there's little symbols on the ground, guys. Is that a... Oh, there's a Goliath? What's that? Does anyone know what that is? The natural is a fire bat. Is that a fire bat or a marauder? I think that might be a... I think it's a fire bat. So you got a fire bat, you got a little Goliath. That's a wraith. The low ground bases don't have any... I still don't know what that is, though. It's like maybe a turret? Maybe it's a Thor? It looks like it's got like turrets on either side of it. Maybe it's like a cyclone? Or some like early version of the Herc or something. It's very hard to tell. This base here has some rockets on it. Maybe it's meant to be nukes. And that one has a wraith as well, yeah. Interesting. Anyways, let's get into it. Showtime just doing a bit of harassment, but so far so good on the opening for REYNOR. Let's see if he does that gasless once again. Chat thinks it might be a landed Viking. Yeah, I was thinking maybe it's like a Warhound or something. I don't know. Very unsure what that is. Stargate does go down behind a chrono boosted adept. Are we going to see a double adept chrono across this map though? If so, he's going to make that... yep. Oh, double adept chrono. He's going to go aggressive. Now, the Lings do pop out so early, they couldn't sneak by this, and they will. Two Lings going to try to sneak by. Quick third base. Very delayed gas, guys. So it looks like, once again, going to be a pretty fast, heavy queen opening. Second adept coming forward. First adept will get in with the shade. Let's see what happens. Ooh, Link coming in. Oh. Good micro on both sides. Showtime doesn't lose any work as REYNOR unable to confirm a kill just yet. First Oracle starts up. Probe's doing a good job of defending. And trying to just bait Showtime into interrupting his mining as much as possible. Where are these two adepts, guys? They all came home. I gotta say, I'm amazed that Showtime pulled these home. He's playing against a guy who doesn't have Ling speed. And rather than shading in, I guess he did see a handful of Lings at home. But Ling speed, once again, very late. I feel like just exerting presence on the front, looking for creep tumor snipes would have been useful. Then again, not taking damage at home is the bigger priority, so... Showtime's focusing on his basics well, and to be fair, that's probably the more important thing here against REYNOR. Don't get too carried away with trying to get fancy extra kills. Adepts do take out a few creep tumors, one active one still alive on the left though. Third and fourth gas going down here. Third base almost complete. Adept still dancing around. They come forward and get yet another creep tumor. Not too bad. The shades have been cancelled so far. Double Oracle on the left. 3 queens in the main. Spore and some queens near the natural. And a Spore Crawler in the third base, though it's not quite in the middle of the mineral line, so it's a bit of an odd position. Stalker trying to get rid of this Overlord. It is taking up refuge on the high ground for now. Looks like the Oracle will come over to spot it. That is the third Oracle. Showtime is one of the few Protoss players who doesn't need to get a massive amount of damage done with his Oracles since he's so clean on his macro. As long as he preserves them and forces a response, which he's done pretty well. And the first 3 drone kills coming in there. Takes a bit of damage on one Oracle, but nothing too scary. Oh, he didn't click it in the back, though. If REYNOR clicks it, he could get some fair damage. Fourth hatchery on the left side coming up. Forge and Twilight's there. Showtime already building a third and fourth gateway. I would expect Blink out of Showtime. He did great with charge last game, though. Oh, a sentry waddles into the middle of the map. Accidentally had that on his Oracle control group, no doubt. Blink and +1 on the way. You can fight 2 queens on their own like that, but it's risky. And... oh, he's going for the natural. But there's 2 to 3 queens in every mineral line. And he does get out of there for now. Very similar worker count on both sides. The quick 4th base for REYNOR, though, does give him a nice transition into a macro game. SHOWTIME, on the other hand, cancelled Blink and started Charge. Interesting. I guess not feeling under threat after seeing the fast 4th base. Ooh, Oracle goes down. Ling's threatening over there. SHOWTIME's going to wall off this left side. So he's on 4 gateways. You build 4 more gateways here, and then you're on 8. Robo's building behind this also. Yeah, Blink might have been something he was planning to go just on a defensive purpose, and then he kind of went, you know what? I see a fast 4th base. I know you're not doing a 3-base clean walk. I can get away with Charge. He's right. REYNOR is playing crazy greedy on the workers, though. REYNOR's going above 80 workers already. What the hell? REYNOR's going to 90 drones. And he's already got an infestation pit. REYNOR is going to rush hive this game. Oof. SHOWTIME on 3 bases. He's going to start a 4th just about the 7-minute mark. Unfortunately for him, he doesn't escort it. This is a big mistake. A lot of players make this mistake. There's almost always a Zergling there. I mean, I say big mistake. I mean, this is a small mistake, I should say. I should say it's a predictable issue that he ran into. That's what I was trying to say there when I said big mistake. 5 drones do go down, but doesn't really matter when you're already up in the 80s. Hive starts at 7.5 minutes. Hydroden goes down. He's going to go Hydroden straight into Lurkiden. It's a good way to play, man. Because the second Robo, it really helps you against this because you can make a lot more Immortals. Like, he's got this big cannon battery spread, which is really nice. I do love the building placement of SHOWTIME, so Banelings can't really blow up lots of structures at once. Everything's spread out really nicely. Oracle's dancing around the map right here. They're going to come in behind the natural. 4 drones? 3 drones go down. But down to just 1 Oracle. He doesn't know about the hive just yet, which is the bigger concern. He's going to see a 5th base, guys. Let's go to SHOWTIME's camera. He sees a 5th base. He hasn't seen the 6th base yet. But it should be dawning on him just how big this macro game's going. I mean, the worker count's still pretty similar. But man, REYNOR right now is posturing as if he wants to be aggressive, breaking down rocks when he has no intention of being aggressive until lurkers. He's only got +1 range right now. +2 is on the way. 6 more drones building. REYNOR's greed, my lord. Second forge goes down here for REYNOR. He does end up gooping the forge. Blink never got upgraded, so the Overseer will get out of there. 5th base is going to go down. SHOWTIME loving that economy. We're playing a proper EU macro game, guys. We are watching 2 rich douchebag CEOs both throw their credit card at each other. They're trying to, I don't know, I'll pay. They're both trying to tip more than each other. They're both throwing the credit card at the service worker. Bragging about their bank accounts, their investment gains this quarter. Second Evo Chamber's on the way. Hydra upgrades, movement speed, lurker upgrades as well. More cannons, more batteries. I love cannons and batteries, I do. But against lurkers, they are okay, but I think that the extra robo production is probably more important. As well as that Stargate transition. Thing is, SHOWTIME feels like was expecting a wave of Banelings at any point. See, how soon does he realize that it's actually lurkers? I think he probably knows at this point, right? He saw the infestation pit, so yeah, fast hive, pretty big indicator. Stargate, sorry, is gone now for a fleet beacon. Ground armor and +3 attack now started. Sami coming up here. There are a few lurkers out there on the left. Adapted talons and +3 range on the way. SHOWTIME's economy is ridiculous. Overseer coming into the main. Ooh. Notice why I'm in the back of the natural. REYNOR being a naughty boy. Oh, he just sniped a High Templar on the front as well. Cute play. Stalker should be able to kill the Nidus Worm pretty quickly, though. It'll pop. Will he get anything out? Oh, he immediately pops it. Oh my god, SHOWTIME! SHOWTIME not paying attention. He didn't click the Nidus. Oh, SHOWTIME. No. Oh, big disaster there. I'm having deja vu. Showtime lost to Anitis in this exact same spot on this map just the other day. And no, it was Classic, actually. It was Classic. It's not Showtime. Army on the front gets deflected. 15 probes go down behind the natural. And Mortal Archon finally does clean it up. Looks like a few lurkers did go down. Was that enough damage, though? 11 lurkers? It's actually a lot of lurkers to die. Showtime's going to recover that pretty quickly. But there's no reason to let this Overseer just live here. That's for sure. We letting these changelings survive? Showtime apparently has decided, okay, no worries, you can have vision in my base. I do like the cannons going up everywhere. Archons and Zealots in the main will deflect that one. 6th base on the way for Showtime as well. Double Spire building for REYNOR. REYNOR had a greedy opening, but his gas income has not been up to par. He's only now taking the gases on... Actually, that's 12 gases. Oh my lord. Okay, he actually has a lot of gas income. He's just chewing through it with all that Lurker plus double Spire plus double upgrade expense. Oh, good Storm. Great Storm. Plus the cannons coming in from multiple sides. A few High Templar go down, though. Looks like the Overseer is still alive over there. On the left, 2 gateways go down, leaving him on only 7 gateways right now. High Templar! Oh my god, High Templar! Showtime a little slow to respond here. He loses a High Templar and an Immortal. He's going to counterattack right now. The Lurker push is giant on that right side, and he says, screw fighting into Lurkers. Let's transition to carriers, transition to +2 air, and force you to deal with my army at the same time. Lurkers slowly breaking the cannons on the right side. As long as Showtime gets those workers out of there, I don't think he cares about the Nexus. The Immortal Archon is struggling, though. I don't know if he can defend this. He doesn't take out the hatchery, which is kind of awkward. Okay, there we go. He clicks on it, and he should be able to pull away from those Lurkers. On the right side, those probes are isolated now behind the mineral line, unable to really get home. The Archons have to turn and fight. He does drop a Psystorm, break some of those Zerglings, but 14 drones went down and a hatchery. Rain is not reprobing right now. That could be a problem for him. It means right now he has a big army. But when the carriers come out, that's going to cause him potential issues. He does have enough Hydras to deal with the first 3. So he's still got time. High Templar all getting caught in the open. The Hydras destroy 4 High Templar. Oh, damn. Showtime screwed the pooch. He lost his middle base as well. Wow, the Mass Lurker is actually ruining him right now. I think there's an argument that Disruptors are good versus Lurkers, but I think at this stage, it's 15 Lurkers with the movement speed upgrade and range, and you really probably just wanted to have the carriers out earlier. Normally, rushing carriers is weak against a lot of things, but again, specifically REYNOR's Lurker Rush build, early carriers is the play. Oh, so many probes going down on both sides right now. Oh, Showtime struggling to hang on. REYNOR wants to force that game 3. He doesn't want to go down 0-2 in this qualifier. It looked like a pretty decent start for Showtime, but REYNOR has fought back very well. He matched greed with greed of his own. Immortal Archon actually clears those Lurkers real nice. I mean, economy? It's not big for either side. 69 for Zerg, 56 for Showtime. REYNOR will have control of a few more fresh bases, though. Nidus Worm on the right side getting ready for a run by. And they will ambush those Archons. Good quick evacuation, man. That was nice. Nidus behind the 3rd gets cleaned up as well. There's a cannon there. Cannon on the right side. Not in range of that one, though. And look at this. Massling Hydra runs in and kills the Nexus so quickly. Big army going to the other side. And look at that. He abducts. There's not that many Corruptors, though, so can he actually kill them? He'll kill 1 carrier. Oh, he's going to abduct the other one a second time. Gets 2 carriers. You're kidding me. Dude, REYNOR is an absolute sniper. Can he deal with this ground army, though? There's only 3 Lurkers on the map. Dude. Oh, God. Did REYNOR screw this? Oh, my God. REYNOR losing all those Lurkers over at this base may have cost him this game. He just doesn't have any Lurkers. His army's really weak. He's trying to make more Lurkers and Hydras right now, but how do you deal with this ball of ground? It's not even the carriers that are the issue now. You've lost all your Lurkers. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Showtime might just get the 2-0 right here. Yes, he's going to lose his carriers. They are not really a big part of this anymore, but how do you defend your bases? Okay, Lurker Hydra comes back on the left, cleans up a few Archons. Another Archon looks like it'll go down. REYNOR's so good with that focus fire. And he's losing his natural. He's still got plenty of bases up on the periphery. But if the main base all goes down, this is amazing economic damage for Showtime. Taking out the economy, taking out the tech could be huge. 8 more lurkers are that'll make it at 14 in total. Lurkerden, Second Spire, and Hive are up here in the main base. If you could get Archons under those Overlords, that'd be a pretty big pick-off as well. Corruptors are going to counter him with PP, but there's cannons everywhere. Can't really get in that base. All the tech going down. No more Lurkerdens here. It's going to be 17 Lurkers total. And the Corruptors do actually find... Oh, that's Showtime's most important base. Oh, my lord. Caustic Spray ruins him. Okay, this base will go down from the high ground. Those High Templar barely survived the Lurkers there. Ooh, you got to be careful. He's going to start ferrying out some units. Showtime will have to rebuild that expansion. Immortal drop behind the base there. He's going to click on the hatchery, but he picks up and goes back to the high ground. There's a base there and a base there as well. The Overlords have hidden off to the left. Spawning pool being rebuilt. It's a very close game. We've seen these so many times. Showtime versus Raynor. It looks like we're seeing yet again another barn burner. The Nidus head is here, but the butt does not exist anymore. So there's no way to load that up until he builds a new Nidus worm. Oh, he does recall the army, but it gets spotted leaving. Half the army is still here. Rain is keeping him pinned in there. And I think it's Showtime. Do you literally just try to drag this out for another 2 minutes until you can recall the other half? Maybe? Corrupted Viper looking for more pickoffs. High Templar are making... I mean, arguably this gives you 2 halves of an army. There's 1 Lurker, 3 Corruptors, and an Overseer. This is a, I'm going to snipe your Observer, and then you can't get down the ramp, even with just 1 Lurker there. That's a really smart play from Raynor. And it's also difficult for Showtime to even figure out, because he can assume there's a lot of Lurkers there. Raynor does decide to reinforce, but look at that. Sees the Corruptor Overseer, and he's like, nope, can't do anything. Units lost have 3,000 resources in favor of Showtime. Showtime has next to no mining, though, whilst Raynor has the world. He's got a lair, a spawning pool, a roachworm. As his lair finishes, I am curious what he goes for. Does he just rebuild the Hydra Den? Lair's now up. There's a random single lurker on that right side. Big Ling run by in the natural. Ooh, nice move. The Zealots get surrounded and taken down very fast, but there's Adrenal plus 2 melee Zerglings. It's 3-1 on the ground for Protoss. Zealots will clean these Zerglings up now. Nice move with those, but watch out. Lurker Hydra on the front could be a problem. Not to mention, man, giant army. How long till recall? 25 seconds. Doesn't look like Raynor can make a play in this time. He's making a Hydra Den. Raynor's not really making a big play. This game could drag on. Showtime, he never killed that lurker on the right. That pylon will get taken out. I wouldn't mind him storming these workers from the high ground before he recalls. Showtime trying to clump up, and he's going to recall the last units out of that main. He leaves an observer there, funnily enough, and a war prism. Lurker on that side gets cleaned up. Ooh, no, don't lose your High Templar. This 10 range Lurker's looking good. Oh, he gets a few decent storms. Great storms. Blinding clouds on everything, though. The storms wreck the Hydras. The Immortals wreck the Lurkers. Oh, that was not a good spot for Raynor to fight. You got to fight in choke points. You can't be out in the open like that, especially with so much storm blanketing his army. That being said, Showtime lost a lot of units as well. His supply is way lower. Remember, 26 Hydras building. I mean, that's the problem is Raynor was mining this whole time. Showtime has not that much money coming. So this army really has to do the heavy lifting. Showtime needs more High Templar. He needs more Psy Storms to deal with this Hydra Remax. New Lurker Dens on the way. Oh, he's going to pull back. Nice revelation. But those Lurkers do some pretty juicy damage, eh? And Archon gets picked off as well. Oh, he's going to lose his High Templar. He could have dropped a Psy Storm and got out of here. But Raynor is chasing him with reckless abandon and getting big pickoffs for it. Raynor's still got 46 workers. They are still mining half a base. This base will get back to mining at some point. A few minerals there and a few minerals over here. He did lose his freshest base, which does hurt. But he snipes the carrier on the way back. Gets one of the lurkers. The Oracle has gone down. And it feels like Showtime's in big doo-doo right here. The last observer goes down, which means he has no detection. Losing the Oracle. An absolute disaster. And Raynor is going to tie up the series and force game 3. What a bloody series. Alright, guys. REYNOR going for a standard opening this time around. He's actually going 17 hatchery. He's been doing this lately. Interesting. See how that works out. And he does get blocked for once. SHOWTIME going for the same block 3 games in a row. And he was 0 for 2 in the first 2, but he finally gets a block off here in game 3. It's interesting that REYNOR's been going 17 supply a little bit more. This is very old school. I'm not sure what his thought process is with this. I think maybe he wants a very quick link speed, but no, he doesn't really take the gas any earlier than normal. I strongly disagree with the ball cleavage idea after seeing the boogie clip that got him banned. Dude, that was so funny. I only saw the censored version, but from the sounds of it, I saw an Asmongold watching it, his reaction when he first saw it, and just the horror on his face, because the rest of the video was censored. I was dying. I was like, oh my god. Yeah. I mean, going full naked on stream with the argument that his folds of fat self-censor himself was god tier. What makes a 17 hatchery better than a 15 hatch? Well, normally you go 16 hatch. 17 hatch is not normally a thing. I don't know why REYNOR's doing it. I really need to pick his brain about it. It's the only person besides Dark who does it, and Dark just does bad build orders, so not much to learn there. The point of a 15 hatch 15 pool against Protoss is to get your expansion down earlier than normal. Gets your queens out very early, so you can get it down before they block you. It also gets your queens out early, so it's really good for a 2-base build because you get your injects going. You can drone up those 2 bases really quickly, and it's also very safe. But a 16 hatchery gets you technically a little bit more money, but it can be disrupted by things like a pylon block. And a 17 hatch is just a slightly less efficient 16 hatch, so it's a little bit of a difference. "17 hatchery is good if you're blocked," says Bullia. As you can, the drone takes time to get, so you spend 50 minerals while the drone is on the way. Yeah, the thing is you can just send the drone out a little ahead of time, and I think it's better. Could be wrong on this. But I do feel like basically if you send the drone down earlier, that's just a bit more efficient. And the thing is, REYNOR's going to 17 supply before he even pulls the drone, or as he pulls the drone, before he even sees the probe, I believe. Cheese fondue for New Year's Eve? Ooh, jealous. Oracle's on the way. Alright guys, so we've got an Oracle Adept opening. Nothing too crazy. SHOWTIME's playing pretty standard. He's already got a 4th Adept building. Wow. His 3rd base will be a little bit later this game. Extra pylon is coming out. There are 10 Zerglings on the map. But if he gets his 3rd up secured, it's going to be good for him. I think SHOWTIME might be expecting a more aggressive REYNOR here with this 17 hatch opening. 3rd base right on 4 minutes. Pretty tight. Got 2 queens in the main and 2 queens in the 3rd base. REYNOR can rally over to his natural in the near future as well. 2 oracles out. 3rd oracle already building. Oracles haven't found big damage in this series. If SHOWTIME could get a fantastic opening, get a bunch of drones with Adept and Oracle harass, he could run away with this. Gaza says, I lost 17,000 bacon on a win. Oh, Oracle cleaning up some drones. I didn't close the last bet. I don't know if anyone else did, so I'm pretty sure that's still open. Ooh, 4 drones there. 5 drones going down. Oh, the Adepts! The Adepts are in the natural as well. Oh, man. Oh, my God. 5 worker kills. But so many Adepts and an Oracle going down. I don't think that's worth it. REYNOR's droning up really hard. He's immediately going to take a 4th. This is a really good start for REYNOR right now. Ooh, this is a really, really good one. 4 gateways coming in. Forge and a Robo as well. So it looks like SHOWTIME's going to be playing a very defensive opening here. Twilight Council will be very late. Oracle's going to kill some of these Zerglings. They don't get any of them. Good defense from the Oracle. With 4 bases, 59 workers. REYNOR, I feel like, should be running away with the game. Funnily enough, he's not. Showtime's worker count's still pretty damn impressive, but I would give REYNOR a little bit of momentum. Oh, especially getting that last Oracle out of the 2 that were in the back, but still 1 at home. Fourth hatchery coming up in the bottom. There's 2 gases halfway finished. +1 range. Oh, is REYNOR going to go the same build? He's going to go quick infestation pit Hydra Lurker again, guys. No way. What? Look for the quick infestation. Oh, Spire? Okay, that I did not expect. Wow. He's going to go straight to 85 workers, Spire. Oh, REYNOR's playing so greedy. REYNOR's really clued into what's happening in the series now. And Showtime is not doing a style that's good against this. Because he's so defensive. Oh, man. I mean, don't get me wrong. Showtime could find a way out of this, but it feels like an awkward... And look at that. He purposefully puts the infestation pit. Showtime. Pay attention. Showtime. That's too obvious. Why would he have built the infestation only just starting it then in the path of your Phoenix? Showtime, if he's super smart, will realize that REYNOR's trying to trick him. But so far, all he sees is lings, drones, and tons of gases. If he's super on point, he's going to realize, hey, wait a second. This is Mutas. But he doesn't seem to have realized just yet. He sees both gases on that base. He starts a Phoenix. He knows. He knows what's happening, guys. He starts a Phoenix. He's like, why would you be on 8 gases? There's no reason unless you're making Phoenix. That's way too early to be on 8 gases. So he's already making Phoenix to deal with that Mutalisk tech switch. Now, REYNOR is banking up a lot of resources. Building 1 Phoenix is not enough. He needs to build 2-star Phoenix and Fleet Beacon. Otherwise, it's going to be very tough to deal with. Adepts take out 2 drones. Can he take out a 3rd? Yes, he can. But the Adepts do go down. Protoss Neurons activated. Hive is on the way right now for REYNOR. So REYNOR's going, wait, 11 Mutas into Hive? Is he just going to play Broods? Lurkers? He hasn't built a Hydra Den, so I'm very confused about what that Hive is for, guys. Unless that's just for show. The Mutalisks are trying to hide off to the left. Spire has been spotted. Showtime. He's not building Phoenix right now. He's building a lot of cannons, a lot of batteries, which helps, but without Phoenix, it's going to be tough. Yep. Looks like he lost a unit down the bottom. And he's only got a few cannons, batteries. The Archons are nearby at least. That's something. Those Archons weren't in position, so he gets 3 Mutalisks, goes by. Stalker's there, a Phoenix and a cannon, doing pretty well. Okay, 2 Phoenix are out. Does he have good enough micro? I think with the Stalker warping in the main, he'll be okay. The problem is he doesn't have Blink, and he's just warped in 10 Stalkers. So the Mutalisks have already forced him to make a bunch of units he was not interested in making. REYNOR's creep spread is outside the Protoss base. What the fudge? Dude, you cannot let REYNOR crush your early pressure, or he runs away with the game. REYNOR's creep spread, his economy, his army supply is out of control right now. Really nice play by REYNOR. Oh, dude, those Phoenix could kite this so nicely right now. Oh, he attacks the front with Mass Roach. Wow, just Mass Roachling. Ambushes the Immortal Archon in the open ground. Mutas go straight back into the main base. Oh, juicy moves. Super juicy moves. Phoenix come down to pick up the Ravages, but that means in the main base, another 4 probes go down. The Phoenix can be a little slow to respond. Showtime has a big economy. And the Lurker Den is kind of late. No Vipers on the way yet. REYNOR is showing really good unit usage, great economy. Tech's a little slower than it maybe could be. Could be optimized slightly. Oh, Immortal does get taken down. Dude, Bile's landing on everything. And these Stalkers just aren't the unit you want. He's got Psystorm finished, but no High Templar with energy. That is a nasty way to deal with it, dude. This is looking like Showtime might just get overrun. REYNOR has unlimited money behind this. He's picking off Archons on his way out as well. Mass Hydra coming in behind this. He doesn't have any Hydra upgrades. That is one weakness of REYNOR. He's going up to like 24 Hydralisks with no Hydra upgrades. But I mean, what is the supply? Phoenix, trash. Sentries, trash. Immortal Archon Zealot, okay, but not amazing. And oh, Oracle. Phoenix could pick up the Immortal. He's too busy on the front. No, nice hot pickup. Good catch. Force fields on the front did clean up a few of these roaches. He's going to have to drop the Immortal. REYNOR goes back and gets the kill. Oh, you savage. Absolute savage, man. Picking off any damage you can get. More roaches, hydras, and lurkers morphing outside Showtime's base. Showtime's in huge trouble right now. He's just hanging on for dear life. Immortals, Zealot, Archon, and Storm is what he needs. He's got a little bit of High Templar energy gathering, but he doesn't have Storm yet. And Reynor's not going to let him get there. Reynor finally getting some Hydra upgrades. They're not here just yet. The Hydras is still a clunky unit this early on, but it looks like it should be enough to push through just because of the numbers advantage. As I say that, Showtime is actually kind of breaking the lurker position with these Zealots flanking from the left. Oh, but it looks like he ran out of detection there and wasn't able to finish it off. Queen's on the front, transfusing the lurkers. This is what I'm saying. If you let the Zerg get this much of an advantage, I mean, look at this chode of creep in the middle of the map. Right here to the tip. The Queens are spreading creep in between the bases of Showtime, and that's just a disaster. Lings are going to go after those Immortals. Immortals on their own, not that good against Zerglings. They do get overwhelmed. This army comes down. Revelation, Immortal Archon trying to clear it out, but there's just too many units. Those two Immortals actually survived up to the left somehow. I don't know how. There's just too much rallying. Reynor may have an equal worker count, but I can't imagine a game where he's not able to capitalize on this position. His forward position is deadly. He doesn't have groove spines. He does have muscular augments. Showtime is putting up an incredible hold. The way he keeps coming in from multiple angles to flank the lurkers and minimize their damage is impressive. But he just does not have the numbers. And Reynor there with a disgusting start. Ever since he shut down the first units, that was massive. It was all down to that first Adept Oracle pressure that just completely whiffed. Remember, guys, he went in, he did not achieve the damage. About 5 minutes, we saw 5 Adepts and the Oracles. The Oracles came in, got a few drones, which was not too bad. But the Lings and the Queens surrounded the Adepts, and those Adepts didn't do much at all. The Oracles already killed 4 drones. He gets, like, literally 1 more drone with the Adepts. So the Adepts achieved absolutely nothing, and he lost an Oracle. And from there, Reynor was already droning in the midst of that. He went crazy on the workers, took a 4th base, and ran away with the game. Creep spread unperturbed, and just a beastly opening and turnaround here for Reynor. GG, well played.